So today was a city council work session on this new ordinance to ban panhandling on narrow, unsafe medians in Colorado Springs. I sat down and watched the live stream of the council work session, and I gotta tell you, man, we started off good. I was actually kind of impressed. I wasn't finding myself too upset. They weren't overreaching with their understanding that this was a violation of constitutional free speech rights if they made it a blanket ban.
Courts generally regard medians as part of the traditional public forum, held open by tradition and law to be open to expressive, protected speech activities. Courts generally have included medians within that framework.
Yes, Colorado Springs, panhandling is a protected First Amendment right, like it or not.
So that means that if we are going to restrict access to medians, that is viewed as a restriction on First Amendment expression. Where courts really analyze these types of ordinances is under the narrow tailoring element. What narrow tailoring requires is that there must be a strong correlation between the restriction and the safety interest of the government. That's why courts have found blanket bans on median access everywhere to fail narrow tailoring, because what they have found is surely not every median in your entire city is unsafe for someone to access.
They seem to be aware of the fact that they were only talking about certain medians, very narrow medians under 4 feet in diameter on the fastest roads in Colorado Springs. That little circle right there is 4 feet in diameter. I agree. That's a pretty freaking narrow median. No problem so far. Good job, people.
And the idea again is if you're on any one of these streets where the speed limit is posted at 30 miles per hour or greater, we want you to have that 4 feet of flat space to be on the median.
They even had what seemed like heartfelt and considerate exchanges over what would happen if because of this ordinance, people got caught halfway across the street on a crosswalk, and would they get cited?
I think a good officer is going to stop and watch for a couple seconds and say, hey, I watched this guy or this gal for 2 minutes in the median, on the raised median.
Councilwoman Jill Gabler even asked if we should even be fining the poorest people in our community. Can you believe it?
As enforcement, the chief mentioned fines. And I guess I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, these are individuals who are standing on the corner because they don't have any money, and we're fining them. Our job, what we really want to do is protect them. I mean, are we going to have some first offenses or some time frame where we just try to educate, move people? I don't want this to be about fines. I want it to be about protecting our community members.
And just like that, the honeymoon was over and the shit show began.
Not all panhandlers are desperate. They're getting paid probably 60 times more than council.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Panhandlers aren't desperate? Panhandlers aren't desperate? What are you talking about? People don't want to stand on the side of the road begging.
So frankly, I think that this ordinance doesn't go far enough.
Oh my God, here we go.
And hopefully this is only step one. Because a lot of the peddling, unsafe peddling I see happens from the sidewalk and not from the median. And so I would ask the administration to now look at what can we do on the sidewalk so that they're not being a hazard to the city.
Are you kidding me? You guys already did that! And the ACLU made you repeal it because it was unconstitutional and illegal. Are you kidding me? You were already told the last time you tried to ban panhandling it was a tremendous overreach to try to forbid any and all solicitation in a huge 12-block radius. Now you want to do it on all sidewalks by roads? Don Knight, what is your problem? Do you have any awareness of how to do your job?
You know, that to me, that is just as much of a hazard of somebody, when the light turns green, the person in front of me is not going because they're stopping to donate money, and they're blocking all the rest of us that want to get through that light.
I I don't even know where to start. That's an equally big hazard to me in this city. That we have to wait in line while someone donates money to a person who's in need, trying to get somewhere.
Okay, so enough of the petulant, mocking, satirical side. I'm gonna step way out of bounds for a non-secular non-profit like the CCA, and I'm gonna pre-apologize to everybody who doesn't hold the same beliefs as I do, but I shouldn't have to say these things. Not in this city. The fact that we keep having to have these kind of repetitive battles over the least among us is pathetic. We should be creating solutions that house people, that hire people, that create hope and a new belief that they can reclaim their lives and be reborn into a whole state and rejoin us from the struggles and traumas and loss that they've experienced. We can't legislate away the impoverished poor. We can't keep making it more unwelcoming until they go away. It's just not how it works. It's not how it works. Of all the cities in this country, Colorado Springs should be the one that instinctively knows how to help the least among us. Colorado Springs should be the city that, without a moment's hesitation, reaches out and sacrifices time, love, money, compassion, companionship, and just a little bit of hope to those who need it the most. We should be doing this instinctively. That's the kind of city that we are. That's the kind of city we have to become.